got some great news. The NBA, they're implementing new rules aimed at reducing offensive flopping to draw fouls. Lots of NBA stars are doing this, like Trae Young, Steph Curry, CP3, James Harden, just to name a few. NBA referees are going to be trained to identify and properly rule out non-basketball actions to initiate contact, such as players launching into defenders, abruptly changing directions and going off path, kicking their legs out at abnormal angles, and even using arm hooks on defenders. If the offensive player's move, if it impacts the defender's speed, quickness, balance, or rhythm, then the play will result in an offensive foul. Wow, that is great to hear because we're watching the Olympics and it's been so long since there's been an Olympics. And we saw our USA team struggling in those exhibition games. They were trying to lean in, draw all these fouls. They're falling down when they're doing layups and the referees aren't blowing the whistle. So they've got to adjust to that. And the quality of basketball that we're watching in the Olympics is much better than the NBA. One problem, one major criticism with the NBA today is that defense no longer matters. Players aren't really allowed to play defense because everything is considered a foul, and you're seeing players take full advantage of it. They're leaning in, they're stopping when players are running behind them on the fast break. They're doing all this unnatural stuff, and then instead of players having to make tough shots and just make shots, they can just go to the free throw line and get easy points. This is a step in the right direction. Obviously, the flopping is probably still going to be happening. We don't know how strict they're going to be with these rules, but eventually they're going to tweak it to where it's very similar to what we see in international play. And that's going to help us out when we go play in the Olympics because our players don't really have to adjust their mindset for playing the game because it'll be the same game of basketball where you've just got to make your shots. You can't rely on forcing defenders to hit you. A foul should only be called when the defender makes a mistake, not when you just go into them and force the contact. Let me know in the comment section which NBA players do you think are not going to be as good next season with these rule changes? Or do you think all of these guys that rely on these fouls, they're going to be able to adapt their game and still play at that same high level that we're used to seeing them play at? Ooh, sits him down again. Oh, he got up off the floor. He fell down twice. Look at that, he fell down, he's trying to get up. He's trying to go, where's he going? Give that guy a map. Where are you going? Give that guy